Xin chào Billboard Việt Nam, I'm Jack.
I wanna come home to roses and dirty little notes on post-its. And when my hair starts turning gray, he'll say I'm like a fine wine, better with age. I guess I learned it from my parents, that true love starts with friendship. A kiss on the forehead, a date night, fake an apology after a fight. I need a man who's patient and kind, gets out of the car and holds the door. I wanna slow dance in the living room like we're 18 and singing.
Your guess is as great as mine. When I wrote the song, I was really just writing from an authentic place, and I was writing about my actual mom and dad. But I do think that they're a great example of what kind of everybody wants in love in a relationship. And I think that from both worlds, if you have it, then you connect with it. But if you don't have it, you kind of really crave that relationship and you want that when you grow up. So I am absolutely grateful for the love that Vietnam has shown me on this song. It seems like there's a lot of amazing, strong, loving families out there in Vietnam. But yeah, your guess is as good as mine. It shocks me every day to see the love that I've gotten on this song. So I love you guys.
In the summers, I wanna make fun of each other. I wanna rock out to Billy Joel.
Convincing my parents to be part of the Like My Father video was not easy. I flew home to New York to show them the song for the first time, and then I was like, oh yeah, by the way, I really want you guys to be the mom and dad and play the actual mom and dad in the Like My Father music video. We're flying to Georgia tomorrow. And they were like, no way! My mom was like, there's no way I'm gonna be in this music video, just hire actors. Everybody was like, hire an actor, it'd be easier, but I really believed that my parents would play my parents better than anyone else. So eventually I begged them enough and I made them dinner and I convinced them. Oh yeah, oh my gosh. Everything that I've put out so far has been completely real, and at least like little bits and pieces from different parts of my life and what I was maybe feeling at one time or feeling at another time. Like My Father specifically is just kind of one big summary of the love I've seen in my life through my parents. But 90s Kids, you know, that was more of an anthem for all the 90s babies out there, and Ring Pop for me was a kind of an accurate depiction of my life during the quarantine and during the pandemic and the panic for money. So all of it's kind of real, and I didn't really want to put on this like shiny, polished version of what my life is, because I'm really just like everybody else, trying to make music and trying to hustle. So yeah, it's definitely my truth in different ways, maybe at different times in my life, but it's all my truth, 100%. I have a couple songs ready to go for the album. The album is called Dad Jokes, and I'm really excited about it. And I've been working on it for a minute. I have a few more left, and I'm really excited. It's very punny, and it's a lot of pop music and anthemic choruses, and it's just super goofy like me. So I think you'll fully expect what you're about to get.
So light it up, we're hella fucked up. Take a hit, me one more time like Britney, bitch.
I love the Beatles. I love classic rock. I love Janis Joplin. I love AC/DC. I love lots of bands, and I think the combination of musical theater and classic rock really was a huge part of who I am today. My mom and dad definitely pushed me and inspired me to be a performer and a singer and not be afraid to be on stage. I always loved being on stage and performing for lots of people, so I don't think I'm really good at a lot of other things than singing and writing songs. So it's a combination of my musical inspirations, my parents, and having a really supportive family, and just knowing in your heart that this is what I'm meant to do. I try to walk into every writing session with an open heart and an open mind, and try to write from an honest place, whether it be writing for my own music or writing for another singer or an artist. I find that writing music is really therapeutic and a great thing when I'm going through something hard and difficult. But I have no set of rules when I walk into a studio. It's all a crazy game, and you walk in and it just depends on the people you write with, depends if you're writing alone, depends on your mood. But I think in the world of creativity, there are no rules, and I think it's really cool to start with a completely blank slate.
I learned it from my mother, how to complicate, manipulate my brother.
I think my biggest strength is my lyrics. I've always been more of a writer. Even in school, I used to love writing, and I used to love all my English and writing classes where I got to write essays and poetry and stuff like that. So as I got older, I love being punny and, you know, writing quirky lyrics, filling in puzzle pieces with words. And my biggest weakness is probably meeting new people to write with and not being like too nervous to be myself in a room, because all the writers out here that I work with all have a different style of writing. So it's like meeting a stranger and stripping down and reading them your diary. But I think that'll come with time. I think I've grown up a little bit since I was younger writing with other people, and now here I am, and I'm amazed and shocked at how incredibly talented the writers are out here. So I like to take my skills with lyrics and mesh it in with somebody else's skills with melody or music. So it's all a learning process. You know, I think for a really long time I struggled with like who I am as a person in this music business, because there's so many different roles and there's so many different people whispering in your ear all the time on who they think you should be instead of what you know you should be. Leading up to the pandemic and leading up to 2020 especially, I was kind of in a little bit of an identity crisis, because I'm over here writing songs for other people and writing songs for myself and trying to like show the world who I am without like being myself. So I think that part of 2020 for me was you know, taking a step back, reflecting, saying no to things I didn't want to do, and just kind of locking my door and creating and making TikToks and being my goofy self, my silly self. And after all these years of kind of trying to be something that I wasn't to please other people in the music business, sometimes I didn't realize that peace and quiet, that the peace and quiet we all had to have during the pandemic kind of gave me clarity on I need to be me. So I guess if there's any advice I can give to anybody, stop doing everything else and be yourself. Don't listen to anybody, do you. You're amazing. You're awesome. Be goofy.
You wait double the time it takes to reply. Take all his lies and use them to fly. What a notion to make a potion from his bullshit.
I started my little TikTok wave over the quarantine a couple of months ago, and also just showcasing some of my music and my songwriting, more of the quirkier stuff that I've written, because I think TikTok is really lyric centric, so you can kind of stick the lyrics right up on the screen and people pay attention to them, which has always been my dream. But I think that slowly evolved, the perspective videos, it evolved into bringing guests on and doing songs from the guest's perspective as well, not just a cover from somebody in the song's perspective, but the point of view of somebody who would come in to collaborate with me. Some of my idols and some amazing, amazing musicians and writers and dancers. Oh my. But it's been really cool to kind of hear people's stories and get to showcase it like it is one big play or production.
We're going down with the ship Leonardo. Starbucks and your ducks, and we'll kick it at the bar. No cash, but we turn it up to
Oh my gosh! No, I have not been to Vietnam, but I'm dying to try authentic Vietnam food because Vietnamese food, because I've only ever had it in New York and LA. So I bet you it's much, much better in Vietnam.
I wanna slow dance in the living room like we're 18 and sing your prom and grow.
One thing I wanted to mention was that I have been seeing a ton of Instagram posts, TikTok posts, Twitter, Facebook posts of you guys covering my song Like My Father, and every single time it brings me to tears when I watch these covers. There are so many amazing, amazing voices over there. I cannot wait to just go sing live, not for all of you guys, but with all of you guys, and I am eternally grateful for all the love and support you guys have given me. I didn't even know a single person knew who I was outside of the US, to be honest, so you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I hear your amazing singing voices. Do not forget to subscribe to Billboard Vietnam's fan page and website for more exclusive news and interviews with us.